Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all gold, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 23-yard line.
Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Cousins gives way to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. first down. Here's the run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the give, this is Harris. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown.
Smith-Schuster.
36 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Open man here is Conklin. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
2nd and 8 coming up.
To throw, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Westbrook with a chance to run with it.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
The Steelers' 22-yard line.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. D.D. West Westbrook as the first half is winding down, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Jack 15.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. The football will come out to the 25 as McCloud will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big gain.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Cousins. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
51 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings.
Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
66.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And Roethlisberger sliding to a stop, but he does have the first down. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Touchdown! Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Cousins. Able to find Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw. And quickly to Thielen here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
play fake. Cousins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A first down throw for Cousins. And going right back to Westbrook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.